I like free market capitalism. And I like the fact that some billionaires that went to Harvard that give a lot of money happen to be noticing. One of them happens to be Bill Ackman, legendary hedge fund guy. So Bill is very public now on Twitter. He's like all over Twitter all the time. I kind of get a kick out of it. You should check out his tweets. I'm like, Bill, are you trading? Are you still trading? Or are you just tweeting? Anyway, he's very passionate about everything that's happening. And as he should be. I mean, I get it. He's Jewish himself. He's a huge donor, huge, to Harvard. I mean, lots of money. And he sees this video on Twitter and he responds with, and I quote, "How are these students not immediately suspended?" Good question. "How does this not violate at Harvard's code of conduct for students? How would Harvard respond if the affected student were Black, Latino, or LGBTQIA?" Oh, there's an IA now. "How does this man remain editor of the Harvard Law Review?" Thank you, Bill, for saying what we're all wondering. I'll tell you how he remains editor of the Harvard Law Review. By the way, the New York Post reached out to Harvard trying to get a comment. They reached out to the Harvard Law Review guy to try to, nobody's saying anything. Because Claudine Gay, who oddly was a senior apparently when I was a freshman at Exeter, so we went to high school together, Claudine Gay doesn't know her, you know what, from her elbow and is trying to spout nonsense like this. The president of Harvard University, she should be ashamed, and every single person should demand her resignation now.
Our university embraces a commitment to free expression. That commitment extends even to views that many of us find objectionable, even outrageous. We do not punish or sanction people for expressing such views. But that is a far cry for endorsing them.
Yeah, whatever.
It's in the exercise of our
You know, Bill's right. Bill Ackman, spot on when he said, read that last sentence, "How would Harvard have responded if the affected students were Black, Latino, or LGBTQIA?" You see, it's okay to go after the Jewish kid. Just don't go after a Black, Latino, or whoever's in the LGBTQIA column, all right? Like, maybe we can add a few more letters and then we can just all join, right? Then we'll all be a protected class. Listen, I'm telling you, Claudine Gay is a problem. Bring Larry Summers back, please. Larry Summers, former president of Harvard, former Treasury Secretary, former head of the National Economic Council. He's very liberal, but he's smart enough to know that this is like off the rails, totally, utterly off the rails. He was one of the first to tweet how bad it was, and everybody's looking at it going, wow. I mean, so there's another billionaire, Ken Griffin, who runs a hedge fund called Citadel, and he's given $500 million to Harvard over the years. $500 million, ladies and gentlemen. That's $500 million, okay? Just to be very, very clear. In plain English, like, he's given $500 million. He's Jewish. He's looking at this going, what the heck? I'm sure he has bigger words than that. What the heck? Claudine Gay, raised in Saudi Arabia, but went to all the right schools here, buys into the CRT, DEI nonsense. Claudine Gay, somehow defending this. She comes up with, okay, we're going to have like a task force on anti-Semitism. And hours later, this happens. And then when she's called and asked for comment, she says nothing. Nothing. Yes, the kid needs to be thrown out. I mean, look, at least some law firms are standing up.